Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is all about racing. In this episode, we're going to take a look at my new series of brands you may want to collect or those that you may want to avoid. This one being the Hachette brand, or should I say the Hachette sub-brand of Spark models. Yes, guys, Spark makes a collection of cars that they call the Hachette collection, which I believe were originally intended to be distributed in Japan. They are a collection of cars that are usually fairly popular. For example, winners of Le Mans, or otherwise incredibly renowned cars such as the Mazda that you see right here. You've also got an Aston Martin Vantage, and the one here complete in the box, or if you want to call it actually a blister pack, is the McLaren F1. So guys, what are these cars? Well, they are 143 scale models. They are distributed, or made by Spark, but distributed as Hachette. And generally, they are, I would describe them best as a low-end or an entry-level Spark model. So if you want a really good car that doesn't cost you a lot of money, that is, if you don't pay a lot for it, you should probably pay no more than $25, $30, or $40 top for these cars. You get a really good quality model that is made by Spark. It's just not as detailed as the equivalent Spark model that you would get. The Mazda is a good example here. Now, this one I have taken off the base, and quite frankly, I've tried to redo the antenna because I broke it. They are fairly fragile models, so you have to be careful with them. They're not to play with. They do roll, but not really roll. I mean, you can move them, but the wheels are really not intended to roll, as you saw there. Now, how you can tell a Hachette model is they are always packaged like this. It's basically a blister pack with a base and an acrylic jewel case. And they basically look like that, like you see this McLaren. Now, the only way to get to the model is to remove it from the blister pack, and then, quite frankly, your packaging is gone. What you are left, though, is a very, very cool model that does come on a plastic base. It's got information on here, like you see the Aston Martin Vantage GT Le Mans 2017. And if you flip it around like a standard Spark car, it has the list of the drivers' names on the other side as well. Now, as I had mentioned, you'll find that the quality of these cars are actually quite good. They just don't have the level of workmanship and detail that you would see on a standard Spark model. Like if you take a look at this Aston Martin, I mean, the finish on there is absolutely gorgeous in this British racing green with this sparkle flake that you have on it. Now, this model was as came intact, so to speak. It comes with several antennas. Things it lacks are stuff like tow hooks. Wheel detail is not going to be quite as good as you would see on a standard Spark model, as well as interior detail. Things like that. It doesn't come on a wooden base. It's on a plastic base. And it lacks a storage box. Yes, you have a container, but you lack a storage box with these. So the question then is, well, Hachette, do you want to collect these or avoid them? I would say this: if you are a beginning young collector and you want to get started in 143 scale cars, you can't do better than to buy Hachette cars. They're about half the price of what you'd pay for a normal Spark. They're not quite as detailed, but if you think about it, if you can get these for $25 or $30 at a local retailer without shipping costs, which sometimes can be as much as $10 or $15, you get yourself a 143 scale car for the price of a 164 scale car. Now, it will lack a storage box, but it does come with a plastic base and with an acrylic jewel cover. And guys, they're pretty good detailed cars for the money. So the question is, do I buy or avoid? The answer is yes. If you want to, you should certainly buy these. Take care. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time.